The more and more I hear about the big lie that the 2020 election was stolen from Donald Trump, that led to what happened on January 6th, that led to the death of a Trump supporter that got herself killed, that the Trumpers are so angry about. The more and more I think to myself, the word hypocrisy comes up. Because after the last couple of weeks, ever since the drawdown and the withdrawal in Afghanistan, I've been hearing people screaming bloody murder for the impeachment of President Biden. But not one word against people like Mary Jean Taylor Greene, Lauren Bobbitt, people like Jim Jordan, or anyone else on the Republican side, including the person I'm about to talk about now, Madison Cawthorn, Republican representative from North Carolina. Now, on Twitter, there was a rally that he went to where he called for quote-unquote bloodshed unless elections are protected. All this because Donald Trump lost the election. He's calling for bloodshed. A sitting member of the United States House of Representatives is calling for bloodshed. Now, of course, the video was deleted from Twitter. But you know me. You know I'm going to find the video regardless. So, Madison, sorry, buddy, but I'm going to break your ass with what you said. This is what he said here. Just take a listen.
I'll tell you, anybody who tells you that Joe Biden was dutifully elected is lying. If our election systems continue to be rigged and continue to be stolen, then it's going to lead to one place, and it's bloodshed. And I will tell you, as much as I'm willing to defend our liberty at all costs, there's nothing that I would dread doing more than having to pick up arms against a fellow American.
Wow. Wow. Just wow. Bloodshed. All this because Donald Trump lost an election. All this because the courts say, his own Trump's appointed judges say, investigations have said, this fake audit in Arizona has said that Donald Trump lost in 2020. And he tries to backtrack that by saying, the one thing I will dread is picking up arms against a fellow American. Then why did you encourage then why did you, Donald Trump, and so many others in Congress that should be under charges right now, why did you encourage an insurrection on the Capitol on January 6, 2021? Why are you still screaming about something that has been disproven and redisproven and disproven over and over and over and over again to the very point that you're almost putting your entire political career at risk? That you're putting your freedom at risk? Because after that little speech of yours, I would have arrested your ass. You're inciting another attack. But it just keeps getting worse at this point. Take a listen. Don't take my word for all this. Hear it from the man himself.
The big problem is we don't actually know where all the political prisoners are. And so if we were to actually be able to go and try and bust them out, and let me tell you, the reason why they've taken these political prisoners is because they're trying to make an example, to say, because they don't want to see the mass protests going on in Washington.
You're not going to be able to rewrite the history books, Cawthorn. They're not political prisoners, and they are damn sure not innocent. The people who attacked the United States Capitol on January 6th are terrorists, plain and simple. You want to call them political prisoners? I got a perfect example of a political prisoner. His name was Martin Luther King. He fought for equality in this country at a time where this country couldn't even be more divided on racial or political lines. He fought for equal rights. He was a political prisoner. Are you trying to equate these people to people like Martin Luther King, like Mahatma Gandhi? People who fought for equal rights under the law? Who fought for civil rights? They didn't fight for civil rights on January 6th. They fought for Donald Trump. And now they are paying the price for that. And what really bothers me about all of this is that you know that it's wrong. But Donald Trump is giving you the excuse of carrying, picking up weapons and starting a war. Why? Donald Trump has no intention of following you into that war. He'll have every intention of selling your ass out. And you know what the sick part about all of this is? The sick part about it is the simple fact that you're letting him use you. Trump doesn't give a damn about you. But for you, Cawthorn, I know this is going to go on deaf ears because, quite honestly, Republicans don't want to take responsibility for anything, ever. But I am calling for the expulsion and the arrest of Madison Cawthorn. You want to talk your hatred, evil bullshit that has split this country right down the middle? Go ahead and do that, but you're going to do it from a jail cell. It won't be tolerated with me or this country. And again, don't take my word for it. Listen to the jackass himself.
When are you going to call us to Washington again?
We are actively working on that one.
This moron was asked by one of the people who attended this rally, when you're going to have the next insurrection, the next attack, and he goes off yelling, he goes off laughing, all smiles and everything, saying, we're going to work on that one. Take that seriously. These people are not playing games. They are willing to destroy and burn this country for the sake of Donald Trump, not for the sake of freedom, not for the sake of fair elections, for him. That's all what this whole thing has been about. And Cawthorn, you got two choices in you, my wheelchair brother. You can either be or walk or roll out of Congress by yourself on your own power like a man with some kind of dignity, or you're going to be carried out. I want your resignation. And I want a personal apology to the American people for suggesting another insurrection. And trust me, he's not the only one who deserves to be pulled out. He's just a part of that list. But we all know nothing's going to happen to them. You had the perfect opportunity to take down Marjorie Taylor Greene. You did nothing. Yeah, you just pulled her off her committee assignments. But what does that really do? Nothing. She's still out there screaming her BS, and people are just going to continue to hear it. No more. Cawthorn, leave Congress immediately. Because you stay, sooner or later, this January 6th committee investigation is going to come back on you, sooner or later. And we all know what you did. We know what you said. And trust me, it's going to come back to haunt you. And I hope to God it does. Before someone else dies because of someone like you. Leave Congress, Representative Cawthorn, because it's going to be even 10 times worse for you if you don't. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.